Fiber versus satellite. Two internet giants, one crucial choice. AT&T Fiber or Starlink? Who really delivers? On the left, AT&T Fiber, lightning-fast wired internet for homes and businesses. And on the right, Starlink, high-speed satellite internet that promises coverage anywhere on Earth. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each category earns points, and at the end, you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The result might not be what you expect. First up, here's our mind map of everything we're going to compare. Speed and performance, price, availability and coverage, reliability, installation and hardware, and finally, customer support. Got all that? Cool. Let's get into it. Okay, starting off with speed and performance. Super important, right? With AT&T Fiber, you get truly wild speeds, like symmetrical upload and download up to 5 gigabits per second. No, seriously, that means crazy low latency for gaming, video calls, or basically anything real time. And it's pretty consistent too. But you have to actually live somewhere fiber is available, which can be a catch. Now, Starlink. It's not slow, but compared to fiber, its downloads range from like 40 to maybe 220 megabits per second if you go for priority. And uploads are, let's just say, not great, topping out around 8 to 25 megabits per second. The killer thing here, though, is Starlink works even in super remote places, which is honestly impressive. But the actual performance is way more unpredictable. Latency? Higher. If you're gaming, you're probably going to rage. So, in terms of raw speed and reliability, AT&T Fiber takes it, hands down. All right, now let's talk price, which can really make or break it for people. AT&T Fiber is shockingly affordable for what you get, starting at about $55 a month for some pretty speedy 300 MB per second plans. No data caps. That's huge. And sometimes they'll eat your install or equipment fees, which is nice. If you want the crazy gigabit tier, yeah, the price does climb. Think $160 or $180 a month. But that's for next level speed. Oh, and you gotta actually live somewhere they offer it, which I know can be annoying. Now Starlink, it's a little weird. Priority plans kick off at $65 a month for just 50 gigabytes. And if you want tons of data, it jumps, like a lot. $150 up to $540 a month for some tiers. Plus, you've got a serious upfront hardware fee, around $599. The upside is Starlink works almost anywhere. It's portable, setup's basically plug and play. But if you use a ton of data, it'll throttle or charge extra. So, honestly, in terms of raw value and ongoing price, AT&T Fiber wins again. Switching gears to availability and coverage, this is where things flip big time. AT&T Fiber is absolutely awesome in cities and most suburbs, and their footprint's growing every year. But rural or remote areas? Not happening. At least, not yet. On the other hand, Starlink literally covers anywhere in the US. Desert, forest, middle of nowhere, even boats and RVs. If you've got a clear view of the sky, you're in. Not so great in really dense apartment buildings, but still, it's pretty wild. So yeah, Starlink snags this round thanks to, satellites. Oh, and here's something cool. Did you know Starlink's got over 5,000 satellites up there already? That's wild. Meanwhile, a single fiber optic cable, like what AT&T uses, can carry literal terabits per second. So, it's kind of space lasers versus ground lasers, if you think about it. Let's check out reliability. AT&T Fiber is the gold standard, really. It doesn't care about weather at all. Rain, snow, whatever. You're still streaming, gaming, working. Unless somebody cuts the actual fiber cable, which, like, how often does that happen? It's rock solid. Starlink, honestly, it has stepped things up over the old satellite days, and their constellation is super modern, but it's still at the mercy of weather. Rain, heavy snow, or just a bad spot for your dish, you might get dropouts or lower speed. So if you absolutely need consistent internet all day, every day, fiber's the winner. All right, installation and hardware. This one's more interesting than people think. With AT&T Fiber, you get pro installers coming out, setting up the wiring and gear, so you basically don't have to mess with much. There's no real hardware you're responsible for. Worst part is, sometimes you have to wait for install, and you need to actually be in their wired area. Starlink, though? It's kind of DIY, but in a cool way. You get the dish, you set it up wherever you want, mount it outside, point to the sky, and boom, internet. If you're traveling or living the RV life, this is pretty sweet. But yeah, there's a big hardware fee, and you've got to make sure nothing blocks your dish. Still, it's hard not to appreciate the freedom here. So Starlink is the winner for this category. Last category, customer support. AT&T Fiber has classic 24/7 support, online chat, and they're generally pretty quick with outage updates. But people do complain about billing stuff sometimes. Starlink, being newer, leans heavier into online troubleshooting and community forums, which are surprisingly active. Not so much live support, and response times can be longer than you'd like, especially if you're in a pinch. Neither is totally perfect, so honestly, this one's a tie. So now that we've gone through the categories and you've seen the scores, let's pull up a radar chart comparing how each one stacks up. Spoiler, Fiber crushes it on speed and price. Starlink dominates coverage and install flexibility, and they're neck and neck on support. All right, big takeaway time. If AT&T Fiber is in your area, honestly, it's your best bet for speed, reliability, and just not worrying about every little lag or outage. But if you need internet in the middle of nowhere, or you're living that off-grid or RV life, Starlink is a game changer. It's the only real option. So yeah, pick the one that actually works where you live. Hey, did you guys find this helpful? If you want more deep dive matchups like this one, save this page and keep coming back. We've got you covered for the next update.